Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of Moose Franchise. We are 16 and 12. In our last game, we lost to the Sirloins by a score of 8-7. We lost on a walk-off homer, and this is going to be the final video before the playoffs. We're going to play our final 4 games of the regular season, and it's going to be tight if we make the playoffs or not. We got the Sirloins, the Nemesis, the Papiti, and the Salties. So, it could be tough. But I hope we can make the playoffs, obviously. We're currently 3 games behind the Sirloins. I don't think it's very likely for us to win the division. But we should be able to make the wild card. Obviously, do need to make sure we keep winning. Currently having that second spot, half a game behind the Joyriders for the first. But do need to make sure we keep winning. But we got the Nemesis, who are under 500. Sawteeth, who are the worst team in the league. Then we got the Thrillers, who are under 500. I think we should go at least 3-1. The only game I'm not too confident with is this game with the Sirloins, but we've got our ace, Ryan Cannon, on the mound, and I think we could win this game. So that's what we'll do. We'll start off by playing this game, and unfortunately, Pedro Nixon will have to take a seat on the bench for this game. And shortstop, third baseman, 2 and 3 hitters, Nacho, Chris Ripdingers, both 10 split. We will keep them in the lineup. And I'm going to get Jose Tremendo in here. We have a right-handed pitcher or they have a right-handed pitcher on the mound. We're gonna get Tremendo and Buck Swiner in here. Swiner's also walked in. Or actually, this is Stallion Johnson. He's walked in, so we'll keep him in the lineup. And we're actually gonna put Buck Swiner as our DH, even though he is pretty good in the field. Let's actually DH Irene Fast. We'll put Swiner in right. Actually, what we can do, we can get all these outfielders playing their natural position. Swiner will play left. Johnson will play... Oh, I did not mean to do that. Johnson will play right. Or, sorry, center. Although, he's actually a natural left fielder. And Tremendo will play right. But a lot of talking right there. That is what the lineup's going to look like here for this game. And we're going to play against the Sirloins. Not going to play all 4. Going to probably play 2 of them. And hopefully we can beat the Sirloins and continue our playoff push. So we're on the road with the second straight game. Casey takes for strike 1. There's 2 quick strikes. And, wow. Talk about not good. Behind that one. Oh, that one's hit well. Left field, Nacho Crisp. Home run, let's go. Nacho Crisp goes opposite field. And a home run, 429 feet into left center. His 12th homer, that's 1 shy of the league lead. Let's go. Number 12, it's his 12th homer of the year. Should not have swung there. A little inside. Outside for ball 1. Dingers hits one hard for a single. And he's backed up to a neutral mojo. Here's Irene Fast. That's upstairs for ball 1. That's going to be 2. Irene Fast does have a good speed. That's still going to be double play, though. Was a bad throw, but a good scoop of the first baseman. And hopefully we can have a good game on the mound as well. Ryan Cannon out there. First pitch misses for ball 1. And that one is fair down the line. We will hold him to a single. Tremendo gets there quickly. Ken, despite being our ace, does not have great numbers in the year. An ERA over 5. Whip of 1.35. But still a very good pitcher. When I can actually throw strikes. Uh-oh. Luckily, they'll take it for a ball. Or, sorry, for a strike. Jeez. I just cannot throw a strike right now. That's like right down the middle. Swing and a miss, though. Oh, that was brutal throw from Roman Rhodes. Irene Fast, the DH today. And a stolen base there for the Sirloins. There's a strike. I do think Roman Rhodes is a little bit better of an arm than Pedro Nixon, who we saw last video could not throw anybody out. That one's hit to short. Nacho Crisp. The first for the out. Let's go. And here's Hammer Longballo. We got to be careful with him. He's got power against righties, plus 20 power, plus he's on fire. So, I'm going to try to carefully pitch to him. That one just misses for a ball. There's a strike. Nice pitch. Let's double up there. Swing and a miss. Got him. Let's go. And his mojo goes down. What an at-bat there for Cannon. When we work around the leadoff single. And Swanner taps one back to pitcher. For the first out here in the second. Just not going to do anything with that pitch. Oh, early on it. But that was destroyed. Oh, again, why am I golfing? Jones grounds out to second. Here's Stallion Johnson. Inside for ball one. Again, I'm just not really going to do much with that pitch. I don't know what I'm swinging at. But a 1-2-3 second inning. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not going to do much with that pitch right there. Uh-oh. Hit into center. Johnson is over there for the out. Got a first pitch prayer right here. Doyle Berg. Take for strike one. It misses in. Grounded foul. That's a great pitch. Strike three. Let's go. 102 from Cannon. And a strikeout. Here's one tap back to the pitcher. And both teams with the 1-2-3 second. 8, 9, and 1 coming up in our order. Starting off with the catcher, Roman Rhodes. They ground it to short. Again, I'm not going to do anything with these pitches. I don't really know how I'm swinging. Unless I get under more. Like, maybe I get under that, but then I'll probably get too far under it. That one's hit into left center. That is... Oh, no way! What a catch by their left fielder. Takes extra bases away from Jose Tremendo. Grounded hard through the right side of the infield. But Jose Tremendo and Kingsley Jones are probably the two unluckiest hitters of all time. They have the worst luck. Oh, Nacho Crisp hit well. Right field. Oh, no way. Maybe a home run robbed and extra bases robbed in the same inning? You've got to be kidding. Here's Damian Rush, the guy who robbed Jose Tremendo. And Longballo, the other guy. The right fielder, his mojo's back up to on fire. I mean, come on. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. There we go. There's another strike. Two out single there for the Sirloins. First base runner since their first batter. Their leadoff guy. Actually, the only player to get on base is their leadoff hitter. That was terrible. That's a pretty good throw. Oh, he's safe anyway. Threw a fastball. Had a good throw. But the speed just too much. Here, hit the short Nacho Crisp right there. Here's Rip Dingers. Hit hard the other way, but foul. That's just too low. Again, why am I swinging? I've gotten a little bit better with adjusting, and Dingers is tense again. Adjusting here to actually where the pitch is, but like why? I need to stop swinging at that. That's outside. There's a strike. 1-2 here. Misses low. 2-2. And oh, finally they didn't make an unreal play. Although that one probably should have been caught. Well, it goes around the shortstop. I'll take it though. Throw to first. Back safely. Irene fast. Oh, Swiner got under it. Hit it well. Or it was right there to be hit. Got under it though. We'll draw a throw. And it's a good throw, so we'll head back to first. And here's Kingsley Jones. Another pick off the first. Second pitch to the at-bat. I'm going to send her. Jones. Oh, let's go. That splits the outfielder. Almost gets to the wall. Fast is quite fast. We're going to send her home. And the throw is not in time. And there's our second run. Irene fast with the speed and the run. Johnson hits one hard into center. Kingsley Jones has decent speed. He's going to come around and score. Let's go. 3-0. Stallion Johnson gets back in safely. Rhodes takes a strike. And there is a soft ground ball to second. And that'll win the inning. But 2 runs on a couple of hits. And that'll work. 3-0. We lead the Sirloins. Cannon's walked in the mound. Good start to this game. Now, whenever we do have a decent start to a game, we always have one really bad inning where we allow like 5 runs. So desperately need to avoid that. And we'll able to do it on that batter as he grounds out to second. Here's Hammer long ball low. That's down the line, fair. He's going to head towards second. Tremendo's got a good arm, but it's not in time. Misses the throw anyway. Nacho Crisp can't catch a well one. Uh-oh. Swing and a miss. Let's go. I'll take it. Oh no. That's gone. Yeah, we got to make sure this is not the bad inning I just talked about. 4-19 cuts it to a 1-run game. And yeah, that's not great. Mojo for Cannon back down to neutral. Caught a little bit too much to the plate, I guess, with that cutter. At least I think that was a cutter. There's a strike. Go foul. Thank you. Try slider inside. Fouled off. Nacho Crisp. Oh, what a diving stop to first. Not in time. Almost a great defensive play, but just missed. That player is quite fast who's on first, so makes sense. Uh-oh. Fouled off. Throw over to first here. Nothing happening. Strike 3. Wow, low strike. But I'll take the call. That was on the lower. Oh, that was bad. That was definitely a lower strike, but I'll take it. There's a strike to Damian Rush, the left fielder. Another strike. Slider away. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Let's go. So we allow the homer, but still up by a run. Brings up Tremendo. And finally, Tremendo with a hit. Knowing him, one of those guys was guaranteed to make a diving stop. Luckily, Tremendo is on base. Not the fastest guy, but decent. Casey, oh, almost grounded into a double play, but instead it's off their shortstop's glove. And that's probably an infield single, right? Yeah, infield single for Rock Casey. Nacho Crisp takes outside. Takes low. 2-0 to Nacho Crisp. Nacho Crisp. Oh, I hit it right at him. That was a good one to hit. Hit pretty hard, but we hit it right at the right fielder. Didn't get under it enough. But that was right there. That's low for ball one. Oh, man. That's two. And we really just went first and second, nobody out. To not scoring. Rolled over it. And big missed opportunity. Hopefully that doesn't hurt us. Two quick strikes. Misses. Swing and a miss. 101 from Cannon. There's a strike. Let's double up on that. That was a nice pitch. Another strike. Cutter away. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Cannon. Outside of that one homer, this has been a really good performance. Right as I said, that we well hit. But I mean, can't really complain too much about that. It was a decent pitch. Off the very end of the bat. Not hard contact. Going to second. That's a bad throw. No, it's not! And there's a call stealing for Roman Rhodes. Let's go. Minus 44 accuracy has no impact. Here's Irene fast. Oh, man. Hit soft with a first for the first out of the sixth. Swanner here. Swanner hit well. Dead center field. Buck Swanner. Home run. Let's go. That was hit really well. 438. Dead center field. Swanner 8th homer, 26th run batted in. And we extend our lead. It's now 4-2. Let's go. Kingsley Jones takes low for ball one. And Jones splits the outfielders and goes to the wall. That'll be extra bases for Kingsley Jones. Actually, doesn't quite get to the wall, but still extra bases. And here is Stallion Johnson. Johnson hit the other way. Into left field. Russ does have a pretty good arm. We're going to hold Jones at third. And we're set up here first and third. One out here in the sixth for Roman Rhodes. Takes low. That probably got away far enough. I at least could have went to second. But ended up doing nothing. Oh, just not going to do anything with that. Alright, I'm going to send Stallion Johnson here. Oh, he threw it away! The throw goes into center field. I'll gladly take the run. Let's go. They bring the infield in here. What am I even swinging at? Johnson was running on contact. What am I swinging at? Misses low. 1-0. Tremendo foul. Again, not really going to do much with that. Tremendo hit hard right back up the middle for another hit. And here is Rock Casey. Outside. 1-0. Make it 2-0. That misses in. Casey, again. What am I swinging at? But we do get a couple runs. Not going to complain about that. And we are up by 3. Cannon back out here for the 6th inning. Only 64 pitches so far. In a really good spot. Hopefully that continues. When hit the first, Jones is right there. We'll take it himself. And the mojo up to walked in for Cannon. Alright, here's Longbolo. Again, got to be careful with him. That was a pretty decent pitch, but Longbolo just able to put it into center field and have himself another double. That could be a little concerning. He's not the slowest guy either. Uh-oh. I'll take the out. Long ball, probably a chance to tag there, although Tremendo got a good arm. There's a strike. It's really easy to just attack these players first pitch. Wow, that was a strike. But who've got the first pitch prayer trait. Like this player. No, that's going to be a run. That was hit way too softly. And it's 5-3. Again, good speed on the bases for the Sirloins. Again, stolen base. Third time we've seen them try to steal. Second one successful. There's a strike. Just got a piece. Change up away. Misses. That's a good pitch. Just off the corner. Fouled off. Oh, just missed. A rare walk. We don't walk many players. That misses inside. And it's first and second with 2 outs. Could consider a reliever here. Nacho Crisp. What a play! And that ends the inning. Let's go. And here's Nacho Crisp at the plate. There's a strike. Nacho Crisp with a single right up the middle. But as far as relievers go, we'll have to see exactly where we are at the end of this inning. Cannon can definitely come back out. The pitch count's still in pretty good shape. Dinger's in his center field. That is cut off before he gets to the wall. Nacho Crisp, wow, that's a great throw. But he's there at third safely. And we got Shea D in the game for the Sirloins. Bring the infield in. Fast lifts one into center. This guy's got a pretty good arm. I don't know if Nacho Crisp would have made it there. It wasn't hit that deeply. Here's Buck Swanner. He's walked in. Swanner grounded up the middle. That's going to score Nacho Crisp. And another RBI for Buck Swanner. It's now 6-3. Here's Kingsley Jones. Jones, left field. Not hit all that well. So, fairly deep. Probably didn't get a ton of power on that swing. 81 is not terrible. Here's Stallion Johnson. That's low for ball 1. There's a strike. Hit hard. Foul. Right on that one. Maybe a little early. Oh, wow. What a pitch. Johnson called out on strikes. We have 15 hits. That's quite impressive. But Cannon, 83 pitches. The bullpen has been used quite a bit. Tolbert didn't pitch. Across the game didn't either. But we're going to keep Cannon in here. Any trouble, we'll go to the bullpen, but going to keep Cannon in for now. He's also the ace for a reason. One hit softly to Nacho Crisp. The throw onto first in time. Here's one hit to our other middle infielder, Rock Casey. And another quick out. That misses low. To Lloyd Cook, their number 2 hitter. That one hit. How many times are they going to hit the ball just barely fair down the line? So Cat Stanza in here. If we get to long ball low this inning, we're going to Charlie Best. Because that would also mean he's the tying run. Fouled off. 2 quick strikes. Going to second. Jones right there. Let's go. Here's Roman Rhodes. Wow. Up and in. Rhodes softly hit. With another single. Our 16th hit of the game. I do feel that's the one area where these games are a little unrealistic. We have a ton of hits and give up a ton of hits, but It's not like I'm scoring 30 runs a game. Tremendo, another hit. First and second, nobody out. Good opportunity to extend our lead. Here's Rock Casey. Top the order up. Casey, that's the double play. We do advance a runner to third. Now 2 outs for Nacho Crisp and a new player, or a new pitcher for the Sirloins. Nacho Crisp hit well. Left center field, his second homer of the game. Let's go. Nacho Crisp with homer number 13. That ties him for the league lead. 422. And it's 8-3. Let's go. His 25th RBI, 13th homer. And here's Rip Dingers. That might be the softest I've ever seen him hit a pitch, but I'll take the extra runs. We've now scored in 3 straight innings and in 4 of the last 5. So here's a long ball low. We're gonna keep in Cannon up by 5. We'll rest the bullpen a little bit. We're gonna keep in Cannon. Probably just for the 8th, and then we can go to Carl Tolbert for the 9th. As long as we don't do anything really bad here. Maybe last batter. Uh-oh, that's right down the middle. They're going to take it, though. Let's go. Fouled off. 100th pitch here for Cannon. And it's a double play ball. Let's go. Casey, Nacho Crisp on to first. A double play. Let's go. Can we get him at first? No, that guy was pretty fast. Tremendo, he's got a good arm and right. I would not be shocked if he can do that. We got a pinch hitter here, Filet Jones. Good power. Gonna come in for Willard Wiggins. There's a strike in the outside corner. And here's another one hit to Rock Casey. To first for the out. But how about that performance for Cannon? 8 innings pitched. 3 runs. 11 hits isn't great, but a great performance. And this is going to be a big win over the Sirloins. Fast hit well. Left center. Is that going to go? Oh, it is. Let's go. Irene Fast with a homer. And it's 9-3. Just over the wall. This one's 391. With the 10th homer for Irene Fast. And we're now up by 6. Here's Swiner. He's another guy who's homered. Just not going to do anything with that pitch. It's outside. 1-1. 2-1. Again, should not have swung there. Never knew long ball can play shortstop, but apparently he can. Ground out to him there. Jones, another one to center. Not hit that well. Routine flyout. Here's Stallion Johnson, a couple of singles. There's a strike. Johnson, left center. That's got some carry to it. Warning track flyout for Stallion Johnson. But Cannon's day is done. A great performance. And it is going to be Carl Tolbert pitching the 9th. Swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss. 98 from Tolbert. Uh-oh. Swing and a miss. 3 straight. Strikeout on 3 pitches. Uh-oh. Misses for ball 1. There's one hit to Rock Casey softly. Makes the play. Not a great throw on my part, but it doesn't impact the actual throw. Another strike. Fouled off. Down to their final strike. Tolbert. Fouled off. Out misses. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And we have beaten the Sirloins. A big win for us. That they were easily the toughest team left in our schedule. And that is a big win. We win this game 9-3. We have 19 hits. Let's go. What a performance. We hit 4 homers, 2 for Nacho Chris, 1 for Irene Fast and Buck Swanner. Cannon, 8 innings, 3 runs, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. Picks up the win, October through the 9th. A great performance for us. Let's go. Got a manager moment here. Chumpton Sports Equipment has sent over some complimentary bats, and there's 1 left. Who gets one? Farmhand's got good loyalty. We'll go Roman Rhodes, plus he just had a nice game. And we got 7 CPU games to sim. Let's see, any big games for us? I don't think so. We're now 2 games back to the Sirloins. We can still win the division, not likely though. Oh boy, we get Jared Payne juiced and locked in for this next game. Wow. This guy might throw a perfect game. No, not quite, but... Let's see if we got anything in here. Got some training funds. Quaker has gained the trait Wild Thrower, but he barely plays the field. Got some new development opportunities, and the Grapplers make a signing. Let's check development. Tremendo can get +2 power and 1 speed. Sandoval, that's a lot of things I've created for Sandoval. I'd consider it. Swanner losing power, I don't really think I'd want that. Plus the RBI 0 trait. Cannon, maybe. I think we're just going to keep saving, although this cross-training for Reese Sandoval is intriguing. But it's going to remain for at least 2 more games. We'll keep saving our development funds. Let's check these standings. We are now the first wildcard spot, half a game up in the Mammo Tanks. Although the Joyriders are right there. They're tied with the Mammo Tanks for the second wildcard spot, and we need to make sure we win. We got the Nemesis, who are not great. We got Payne on the mound, who's been great this year. Probably our best pitcher. We're going to sim this game and trust it. I think we can win this game. Hopefully we can do it. Let's just check our lineup real quick. We're going to put Nixon back in behind the plate. We've got another righty on the mound. And we're going to give Fast the day off. And we're actually going to play Quaker. We'll be the DH. And Johnson's still locked in, although he's played quite a bit. But this is what the lineup's going to look like. We're going to keep it right here. And that's what it will look like. We'll sim this game against the Nemesis, and hopefully we can win it. 6-2, let's go. I'll take it. That's another big win. We're now 18-12. 2 players are fawning over a shiny... Really, guys? A shiny nickel? What are we, 2? And of course, the other player's got to lose loyalty? I mean, come on. I'm going to go Rock Casey, but... Really? We didn't order enough caps for the team. I'll collapse the game because his loyalty's higher. Alright, let's see. The Mammo Tanks and Joyriders both lost. They're now 17-14. Let's go. We're now a game and a half up for the playoffs. Let's go. That's big. Cut Stiff on the mound. I don't love it. She's not very good in ERA over 11. So, yeah, I can definitely see why I'm concerned about this, but we can win this game for sure. Lefty Southpaw gets signed to the Palpici, or whoever said that. Platipi. I have no idea to say that. And otherwise, nothing else. I don't think we're going to make any signings before the playoffs. We got only 3 players who are better than a B, or a B or better. I'm happy with our team right now. I think we'll just keep it where we are. And development, I don't know if anything even changed. I don't think so. We're going to keep saving. And the game here, we're going to play around here. We're going to get Jackson back in the lineup. We're going to get Fast back in the lineup. And I think this is what the lineup's going to look like for this game. I don't feel the greatest about it with Cutstiff on the mound, but we're going to try it against the Extreme Contact Specialists. We're going to sim this game, and hopefully it's another win. Down 2, down 4, down 5. We're going to 5-0. We lose. That's not great. Alright, now we can increase somebody's loyalty, and we're just going to get the loyalty up for Raul Strikes, whoever say his name. Plus, Irene Fast is pretty old. So the loss is not great, but we should still be in a good spot. And we get Sawteeth, who is the worst team in the league. We can win this game. Alright, let's see. Jared Payne got more accurate, and he goes from an A- to an A, because his accuracy goes up by 1. He won a darts tournament, and his accuracy from 58 to 59. Rip Dinger's got some new style and kicks, and his speed goes up by 6. He's now B+. Sirloins make a move. And Pedro Nixon also got some new shoes, and his speed goes up by 2. Let's go. Player development right here. I do think we're going to do this for Sandoval. Nothing else changed, but we are going to take this opportunity for Sandoval. +1 power, +1 speed, +1 contact. Does he get the 2 power? He does not. And the speed? No. Dive Wizard, can he get that? Okay. No. That also helps his loyalty go up as well. Every time you use a player development, your loyalty goes up, although he was already high loyalty. So he's up to 99. But Sawteeth, final game of the regular season. Have we clinched a playoff spot? We're 1 game up. With 1 to play. They also have a game to play, the Mammo Tanks and Joyriders. Can we review the league schedule? We can. Mammo Tanks play the Freebooters, who are actually really good. And the Joyriders play the Grapplers. The Grappler is good. They're not. They're terrible. Worst team in the Liner Division, top left. We play Sawteeth. We should beat them pretty easily. We'll probably play a little bit of this game. And let's see exactly what we want to do. Hieronymus Jackson's tense. Let's put Quaker in here again. At DH. And this is what the lineup's going to look like. And game number 2 in this video, I'm probably going to be on the longer side, but probably won't play the entire game. Just going to try to build a lead, and then we'll sim the rest of it. So Rock Casey leads us off here. Again, we're on the road. At the Sawteeth. Casey takes way outside. There's a low. 2-0 to Rock Casey. There's a strike. 3-1. And there's ball 4. A walk to Rock Casey to open up this game. And here's Nacho Crisp. Nacho Crisp. Hits one the other way. There's a single. Pretty good one to hit, although I did a pretty good job messing that one up. Not as good as I thought, but still decent. Dingers hit hard into center field. That's going to get all the way to the wall. That's going to score at least 1 run. That's going to score 2. Nacho Crisp will come around to score as well. And Rip Dingers with an RBI double. 2 quick runs to start this game. Here's Pedro Nixon. Drops in for a strike. 1-1. 2-1. 3-1 here to Pedro Nixon. And make it another walk from Thrash Allmeyer. having some trouble finding the zone so far, so we're going to take this pitch no matter what. I'm going to put the controller down, and it's going to miss. Plus, the first pitch prayer trait as well. That's why. Really was going to do that. Oh, wow. Just caught a corner. What am I swinging at? Might be two. Fast is pretty fast, but it is a double play. Swiner takes a strike. That's up. 1-1. Swiner hit it to center, but the center fielder there, and Slash Trips will make the play. And here is Slash Trips, their center fielder. Will lead off. They rally starter. Plus 25 contact when trailing and have the bases empty. Uh-oh. Fouled off. There's Swiner in left field to make the play. Raul strikes. Decent year so far. 4.91 ERA. Nothing too impressive, but he's been pretty solid. I took a horrible angle to that with Nacho Chris, but we'll still get the out. And here is Johnny Bags. And here's one to Rock Casey. And a 1-2-3 first for strikes. Here's Quaker. Ball 1. Ball 2. There's a strike. I just noticed something. Thrash Allmeyer's only struck out 15 batters all season. Not very good. Oh, wow. I thought that was out. Quaker gets under it. Lifts one into center. There's Slash Trips again. For the play, or for the out. Make the play for the out, what I'm trying to say. Here's Kingsley Jones. There's a strike. Another strike. That's a good pitch. 0-2 here to Jones. He is hit on the ground at third. Shouldn't be swinging at that. No, his mojo goes down. Dang it. Here's another guy who's walked in, Tremendo. Hopefully his mojo doesn't also go down. Tremendo gets under it. And his mojo might go down. Hit that a mile in the air. Looks like the mojo stayed the same. Yeah, he's still walked in. The only guy with a positive or negative mojo on our team currently playing. First two pitches missed from strikes. Not throwing strikes right here. The ground. To Nacho Crisp. Another out. Lester Bronco here for Sawteeth. He takes a strike. Wow, what a hop. But another ground out. Here's Kieran Nutmeg. There's a strike. This one hit on the ground. There's Kingsley Jones. And he'll take it himself. Another 1-2-3 inning for strikes. Let's go. Here's Rock Casey. Takes low for ball 1. Outside for ball 2. Casey hit hard. That's another one going to get all the way to the wall. That is a deep wall out there. I think that says 419. It's a deep wall and another double. This time Rock Casey with his first hit. Pretty much the exact same thing Rip Dingers did. And here's Nacho Crisp. Got under it. Decent one to hit. Got under it. And it's a fly out into right. So here's Rip Dingers. Misses inside. That's a strike. 1-1 to Dingers. 2-1. That one misses in. Oh, well, way too late there. Dingers fouled off. Right down the middle. A little early on it. Outside. Full count here to Rip Dingers. And really rolled over that one. tapped back to Allmeyer. And here's Pedro Nixon. Takes outside. 2-0 to Pedro Nixon. 8 homers on the year. Another single. And the hits just keep coming. First and second, 2 outs for Irene Fast. Fast! Destroyed into center field. That is way out of here. Off the batter's eye. And a big homer for Irene Fast. 440. 11th homer of the year. And we're up 5-0. How about that? On the first pitch as well. With the first pitch prayer trait. Minus 10 power. So what a homer for Irene Fast. Swanner hits one hard into center. And another hit. And we have already got a reliever into the game. Brick Towers replaces Thrash Allmeyer. With 2 outs in the third. And Quaker grounds out to second. But another 3 runs, a 3-run homer for Irene Fast. It's 5-0 here. Oh, where did that miss? I thought that was a strike. There's a strike. Double up on that. Missed inside. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strikes with the strikeout. And here is D.P. Turner. Misses low. Uh-oh. Fouled off. Another foul ball. Change up away. Missed out. Fastball. Hit to short. Nacho Crisp. Diving stop. The throw to first. Second out. And a mojo goes up for Nacho Crisp as well. Let's go. There's a strike. Double up. Didn't know who was getting it, but 9 up, 9 down. A great start for Raul Strikes. Jones, that'll get down into left field for another single. Attacking the first pitch, and his mojo goes up. He's back up to walked in. Tremendo takes low. Make it 2-0. That misses out. 3-0. A little bit low. Tremendo grounded softly up the middle for a hit. Swinging 3-0. Casey, that's right at the second baseman. That's going to be 2. Hit it well. Somewhat well. And another one right to D.P. Turner. As Nacho Crisp grounds out and his mojo goes down. This is inside. This is outside. And there's their first hit of the game. Slash trips the single into right in front of Irene Fast. But not bad, making it the entire time through the order without allowing a hit. And I'm going to send him to second. The throw is not in time. A stolen base. Going to third here. That throw's not in time either. Jeez. Slash trips from first to second to third. Can we please get an out here? Jeez. Really can't get an out. Uh-oh. Hit well. Into left. Swanner is there. Slash trips is just too fast. So the throw's not in time. And Sawteeth got on the board. It's 5-1. Uh-oh. That's hit well. Like, really well. Into the gap. Tremendo gets there. Bags is going for 3. And he's going to make it there. That is a deep part of the ballpark. There's the sign stealer trait. 10% chance of getting a clue of what the pitch is. Oh, called strike 3. Let's go. Take the call. This is out. Not a bad pitch, though. This is a low. Finally a strike on that part of the plate. That's a nice one. That's a high pop-up. Rip Dingers. Camped under it. Makes the play. And Dinger's going to lead off here in the 5th. Oh, way behind that. And Dinger's softly hit to short. And there's a ground out. We might sim to the end after like the 6th inning. We'll see exactly what the game looks like. And where we are. Nixon gets under it to center. Not a bad one to hit, though. Yeah, we'll evaluate where we are at the 6th inning to see if we want to sim to the end. Here's Irene Fast. Wow, that was a high strike. That one's even higher. That one's a ball, though. Inside, 2-1. That one, only 53 power in the swing. Another one hit towards that gap, though. Just a long fly out for Fast. Down the line, fair. Past the diving Rip Dingers. And towards the corner in left field. Swanner gets it and holds him to a single. I don't know. Did not mean to throw it. Just trying to hit A to advance, not throw it to home. That one's foul down the line. Strike. High fastball, too high. So the 1-2 here is hit on the ground. It's going to be a double play. Big hop, Casey. Oh, Nacho Crisp. Really? He threw it away. Only minus 17 accuracy, too. And he throws it away. That'll probably... No, it doesn't take his mojo down, unless he was already locked in. This one hit to Tremendo in center. Looking like they were going to tag, but it's a great throw from Tremendo. He's got an absolute rocket for an arm. He's got the cannon arm trait, plus he's already got like 97 arm, or throw power, or whatever. It is called his arm rating. Nacho Chris makes the play. 6, 7, 8 in our order. Coming up. Swanner leads off. Takes a strike. Another strike. That one's inside. 1-2. Swanner hit the other way. In a left for a hit. Here's Perry Quaker. Quaker, oh wow, that's a long way. That is a long homer. Let's go. Wow, 458 for Perry Quaker's 7th homer of the year, 16th run batted in. Only 80 swing power as well. What a homer for Quaker. Jones now goes the other way. Back to back. Quaker and then Kingsley Jones. This one not as far, only 393, but I'll take the homers regardless of how far they are. 3rd homer of the year for Jones. And we got a new pitcher in the game here for Sawteeth. It is a Libby Doe. Tremendo continues the hit parade. The single into right. I assume that's not Tremendo's mojo. Yeah, he's still locked in. That was a pitcher covering first. Just not going to hit that. Don't know why I'm trying to. There's another hit. Rock Casey gives us 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Here in the 6th. Nacho Crisp here. And now it's his turn. Nacho Crisp off the foul pole. A 3-run homer. Let's go. Another 393. Nacho Crisp leading the league with 14. His 28th of the year. Or, sorry, 28th RBI of the year, and it's 11-1. Let's go. 2-0. And now Dingers, another one. Gonna get to the wall in center field, hit by Rip Dingers. And he's got himself another double. Still no outs here in the 6th. All this before the playoffs. Gonna enter the playoffs on a great note. Just for all the mojos and everything to reset before we head to the playoffs. Nixon gets under it. Rip Dinger's not very fast, but that's hit so far, he can tag up to third. He really got under that one. Here's Irene fast. Misses in. 1-0. Fast. Oh, that is barely hit. Not a good arm. Dingers. Another run sack fly for Irene fast. That was like the softest contact of all time. But it works. It's way upstairs. It's outside. 2-0 to Swanner. Make it 3-0. Got the green white. Got good power. 8 homers. Oh, got under it. That was right there. Swanner gets under it. And lifts a high fly ball to center. We've got just 3 hits. This is probably the last half inning we play. Unless we give up like 10 runs. Which I don't plan on doing. Although I never plan on giving up runs. There's a strike. Nice pitch. Strike 3. Caught him looking. Oh, wow. Just missed. Here's another ground out. Nacho Crisp makes an accurate throw this time. I can definitely see why Sawtooth is the worst team in the league. I'm sure they're very happy their season's about to be over. Because this was not a good year for them. Another ground out. Like, everything's been ground balls for all strikes, which is a recipe for success. And we're just gonna sim to the M right here. We're up 12-1. I think the computer can handle the rest of the way. Up 12-1. 13-1. Rip Dingers with a solo shot. And we finished the year, don't get the 20 wins, but we're 19-13. And we're going to make the playoffs. And now we got 2 players fighting on social media. We'll reprimand Roman Rhodes. I know Quaker does have 99 loyalty, though. And we got 2 players fighting over a keychain we found in the dugout. Cut stiff for Jones. Oh boy, this is really not good. We'll go give the wheel to cut stiff. But I don't really want either, because both players, young, have a lot of potential, and I like them both. But, end of the regular season, we're going to make the playoffs as the top seed, or the top wildcard team, which means we'll play the Empire. Oh no, is that the team with Jeff Bagwell? I hate that team. The Empire. It is. Oh man, this team is so annoying when we play them. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but I think we can do it. But review the regular season standings right here. The best team in the league was the Freebooters, who are 22-10. They beat us like 20-something to 3 or something like that. Oh, that's not scheduled. Yeah, they beat us bad. Alright, 27-10. To be exact. Yeah, it was not good. But, yeah, that's what these standings look like. Obviously, worst team is Sawtooth. And we'll go over our regular season stats real quick. a few of the league leaders as well. Rock Casey played in all 32 games, so did Rip Dingers. Nacho Chris missed one. At-bats, Dingers the most at-bats. I mean, it makes sense because he played in every game. Dingers also with the most hits, Casey not far behind. And 10 homers, 14 for Nacho Chris, 10 for Casey, 12 for Casey, 11 for Fast, 10 for Dingers, 8 for Swiner and Nixon, 7 for Quaker, a lot of those clutch homers, 6 for Hieronymus Jackson, 3 for Jones, 2 for Rhodes, 1 for Tremendo and Sandoval, and none for Stallion Johnson and the other pitchers. RBIs, Nacho Crisp led team with 28, Swiner right behind with 27, 22 for Fast, 21 for Casey and Dingers, and Nixon actually. In batting average, Rhodes hit .396, although only at 48 at-bats. But Dingers also hit .396. He had 139 at-bats. That's really good. Oh, did not mean to do that. On-base percentage, .438 for Quaker. And he led as an OPS. So, again, limited at-bats. The Nacho Crisp, a 113 OPS. Nacho Crisp also led us... Rock Casey led us in runs scored with 31. Nacho Crisp the most total bases and even 100. Doubles was Dingers with 9. We had a few triples. Casey, Nacho Crisp, Irene Fast, and Stallion Johnson. Walks was Casey had the most, then Swiner. And the guy who struck out the most was Irene Fast, 26. Nacho Crisp, 24. Casey and Swiner both 20. We don't have a ton of speed, which is why we don't steal many bases. But Fast and Johnson both stole 4. Jones with 2. 1 for Nacho Crisp, Rock Casey, and Jose Tremendo. Got caught stealing a few times. Got hit a few times. 1 sack bunt. 3 sack flies. 4 errors for Rock Casey, 2 for Tremendo, and Rip Dingers, 1 for Nacho Crisp, Reese Sandoval, Raul Strikes, Rhiannon Cannon, Jared Payne. Extra base hits, 20 for Casey and Nacho Crisp. And the batting average on balls in play, Roman Rhodes obviously leads us there. .395 for Rip Dingers. .87 at-bats per home run for Jose Tremendo. The best was Quaker, who hit a homer every 7 at-bats. Nixon was also good there. Pretty good. And then pitching stats. Wins, Cannon had 5, went 5-2. Payne went 4-0. Strikes went 3-2. Cutstiff went 2-4 and was brutal. But has a lot of potential. ERA, the best there was not Reese Sandoval. He was a position player. Close to game, 1.54 ERA, had 5 saves as well. 3.5 ERA for Jared Payne. Charlie Best was okay. Actually, the best whip, but not a great ERA. Strikes was solid. Cannon was solid. Then farmhand Wilkinson. Rhodes pitched too. Rhodes, Cutstiff, not a great ERA. Whip. Best was really good. Payne was really good. The game was good. Well, I mean, some of these guys struggled a little bit, especially Wilkinson and Cutstiff, but could be better. We had 3 guys make 8 starts. Cutstiff made 6. Player who pitched in the most games was Carl Tolbert with 15, appearing just under half. 5 saves for the game, 1 for Tolbert and farmhand, 7 overall. Innings leader is Strikes with 55. Wow, that kind of surprises me. Over the 2 A-plus pitchers, not A-plus, like, that's their rating. But Payne is a A. And not Cutstiff. Cannon is an A-. But that is a little surprising. But Cutstiff then was 27, farmhand 25. Then hits. It's going to make sense for the guy who pitched the most innings to give up the most hits. That is what happened. Batting average against, 181 for Charlie Best. 239 for Klaus to game, although our starter is not great. Cannon over 300. Strikes over 300. Cutstiff over 400. Wow, that is not good. Strikeouts. Payne with 64, Cannon with 46, strikes with 33, Best with 22, Cutstiff with 21. Walks, didn't walk that many players. Cutstiff, because of the inaccuracy, most, at 8. Wild pitches, 2. Cutstiff and Wilkinson. Cutstiff and strikes both allowed 11 homers, 6 allowed by Cannon, Payne, and Farmhand. Complete games, we had 3 strikes, Payne, and Cannon. 1 shutout, that was Cannon. Strikeouts per 9. Over 10 for Jared Payne, 9.58 for Charlie Best. We just don't really walk people. But a really good year. And we'll briefly take a look at the league leaders, just went over our team. Dingers, Nacho, Chris, Casey, lead the league in batting average. That's because when we started, we were batting like 650. Because we were all playing like Eagle 40, which is way too easy. Obviously, we turned it up, but that's why. Nacho Chris tied for the league lead in homers with 14. Casey Fast Dingers on there as well. Nacho, how do you bat in 41 runs? Wow, George Brett with a great year. Nacho Chris 4th with 28. Swiner tied for 5th with 27. On base percentage, Rip Dingers was 2nd. Nacho Chris led the week in slugging. And OPS, apparently, what's his name? Perry Quaker did not qualify. Hits, we had the top 3. Extra base hits, we did not have the lead, but 3 guys on the leaderboard, and luckily nobody on the strikeouts leaderboard. The runs scored, Casey led the league, and don't have much speed, that's why we're not there on stolen bases. Then pitching, 7 wins, leads the league. The best ERA is a 1.36 for Wes Yogurt. Klaus the game tied for the league with 5 saves. The best whip wasn't best around there? Maybe not. Or just not good enough. Or no, not enough innings, what I'm trying to say. And then 64 strikeouts for Payne leads the league. And the final thing, yeah, that's pitching the final thing. Payne 2nd in strikeouts per 9, only behind Gasser Morris, who's a reliever. And walks per 9, strikes and Payne lead the league. Cannon's up there as well. In strikeout to walk ratio, Payne leads, then strikes, and Cannon in 4th, sorry. Can't count. But we're going to wait to start the playoffs for next video. But we make the playoffs, end up a successful season, year 1 of Moose franchise. This is going to be a multi-year thing. We'll play the playoffs. For the playoffs, I think it's going to be just like this video. 2 games. We have 5-game playoff series, so it's going to be 2 games per video. And then if we get to a game 5, we'll just play that as the 1 game. But that's going to do it for this episode of Moose Franchise. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, turn notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible. Be sure to check out my main channel, Spear Sports Central. Link in the description of this video. But that's all for this video. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video.